Okay, so we've got Kate's hair. It's, I'm gonna say 3 or 4 day
You were gonna say years.
Yeah, so she hasn't shampooed her hair in like 3 or 4 days. I'm gonna say 4, I think. But I've brushed it out, and I've put a side part in, and we put in dry shampoo, so it's not as dirty looking. But side part, dry shampoo, it's crazy right now, so you messed up my side part. Okay, so here we go. Not to a side bun. We're gonna do a side bun, but I'm gonna make a side part. And this is more, I don't know, like loose and flowy, like hippie kind of, but not super hippie, you know. So I'm gonna pull it up like I'm going to do a French braid, but I'm going to do a French fishtail, which is kind of harder to do. So I'm gonna separate into 2 pieces, and then I'm gonna pull a piece from the outside of one strand, pull it to the other side, pull a piece from the outside of the other strand, pull it to the other side. And I'm going to do this 2 or 3 times before I pick up more hair, just on this first one here, because it's a little more difficult to pull in some more until you got it like fishtailed out a little. And that section is going to be really small just because there's not a lot of hair. So I'm going to stop here. This is super easy. It's just like a French braid. You're going to pull in more hair to one side, and then more hair to the other side also. And I'm going to try to go a little bit closer to the head, but I want to make this really loose, so I'm not pulling too tight against the head, but I'm making sure that the fishtail is tight. So not tight against the head, but a tight fishtail. And I'm going to do this 2 or 3 times again before I pick up more hair. And I love fishtails. I think they just look so cool. And like people think they're so hard to do, so they're like, oh gosh, how did you do that? When it's like so simple and easy to do. I'm going to pull it like 4 or 5 times, because every time you incorporate hair, it kind of drags it out towards where you incorporated the hair. So I like to do it like 4 or 5 times and then add some more hair in. And I'm going to go kind of far, like kind of almost all the way to her ear with pulling hair. So I'm going to add a little pony. Alright, and then I'm going to pull out the pieces, just tug them out a little bit, make it a little looser, just so it helps with that undone feeling there. And then up here where it's fishtailed, where I added hair in, I'll pull that out. So here's that fishtail, it's pancaked out, pulled out a bunch. It looks really cute. And we're going to pull that into a side bun. But I want to do like underneath this where I didn't add hair, it stopped about right here in the middle of her eyebrow. I'm going to flip it over right under that one, just so that we can incorporate more braids into this. So I'm going to separate into 3 pieces and start braiding. I'm not pulling tight against the head, but I'm going to pull the braid tighter. Incorporating a piece in every 1 or 2 times I braid.
The unicorn.
Unicorn. And here I am just loosening up this braid again because I want it to be pretty loose. Alright, so we've pulled Kate's hair back into poofs on the side and on the top, and then we're going to pull it all into a small side bun and leave some down because her hair's short, and we're going to curl it, so it's going to be like a cascading bun, which will look really cool. So we've got both of these braids. I'm going to pull one braid back, but I'm going to pin it down really far, like down here, so it's super loose. And then we've got this, and we're going to pull this up over the French braid. So you can see the French braid and the fishtail. And we're going to pin that in. And then there's the tails out here. We're going to cover that with a side bun. And we're going to leave this out because we're going to curl it. You don't need to hold it. I think it's good. But so I'm just going to pull from the side here and brush it a little bit. Only using half of her hair, this bottom half, and pulling it upwards towards the top of her head. So I'm going to go like this. So I'm using all that bottom hair on this side of her head. And I'm going to pull that into a bun. And then a slight amount on the bottom up front here. And the rest we're just going to curl. So we're going to pull it, and I like to twist as I do a bun, so I'm going to pull and twist. Right here. And then I'm going to curl that.
It's not on.
Okay. Alright, so we're going to curl. And first I'm going to curl this. I'm not going to use the iron, and I'm going to do it away from her head. Just slightly for like 2 seconds. And that's good. Just so it's got a little wave to it towards the back here. And then I'm going to go ahead and curl these pieces first. So I'm going to do, I think, 2. We want to do these away from her head. And we're going to start pretty low down, like maybe, I don't know, a quarter of the way down. Leave it on real short because we want these really loose waves. Loose, loose. Okay. So now we're going to curl the rest of it. This, I might actually clamp it on and curl. And I'm doing quite large sections because I want big curls. Like about 3 curls. And then I'm going to clip them up a little bit higher so they're not so far away from the bun. We're going to incorporate these pieces in up higher here so they're looser and have thin hair. And then these pieces, and pull up pretty high actually, and pin those in to the bun too. And then I'm going to pull out the curls a little, give them a little more volume. And then we're going to add in this flower up top in the back here. And I love this flower. We got it from Hobby Lobby for $5, I think. Okay, so we're going to do, got the top. Looks very cute. And then we're going to pull to the side that huge flower. And then the loose bun with curls. And then in the back, it's really loosely done. So it looks nice and a big poof. And there we go. We've got Kate's hair.